Tradicionalnu manifestaciju Mjesec poštovanja džeza u Crnoj Gori svečano će otvoriti američki džez violinista Kristijan Haus u velikoj sali Kica Budo Tomović večeras u 20 časova. Violinista Kristijan Haus je posljednjih godina nosilac prestižnih priznanja američkih kritičara i časopisa. Titulu violinista godine dodijelilo mu je udruženje džez novinara. Odbor kritičara magazina Downbeat ga je proglasio zvijezdom u usponu 2011. A Jazz Time magazin ga je svrstao među 3 najbolje izvođača džeza na violini u 2013. godini. Iskoristili smo priliku pa porazgovarali sa ovim izuzetnim džezerom. So, where is jazz comparing to other music now?
Well, you can think about jazz in a narrow sense of the word or in a broader sense of the word. I mean, in one way, we can talk about jazz as being influenced by the African-American roots in blues and swing music, right? But in a broader sense, we can talk about jazz as music around the world that involves improvisation and interactive improvisation, essentially. So in that sense, people in India, people in the Balkan region, people in Europe, Asia, everywhere are coming up with music that might be influenced from their roots and drawing a little bit from what they've heard of American music. So I think both are interesting. I also think, to respond to your question, that jazz music is a very rich and complex, sort of like fine food or fine wine. But that's a good thing because it has depth, so you can keep coming back to it for more and more.
You also did a workshop today in Podgorica. Can you compare, after 2 hours, our musicians to, for example, American or European?
I think the musicians here have excellent training in terms of classical musical education. And one of my specialties, or one of my focuses, is to work with classical musicians and to share with them ideas for improvisation and composition. So really there's a couple ideas. Number one is the idea of creativity and self-expression. So I want to share this value with classical musicians all around the world. The other idea is about multiculturalism. It's about experiencing something new and enriching your own perspective by understanding someone else's perspective.
Have you heard our traditional music?
I did hear some last night. Yeah, there was a group of folkloric dancers and singers, and they had an accordion and drum, and it was wonderful. I love it. I posted a video on Facebook today.
So tell me, what do you find interesting, for example, in our music? Maybe one day it may inspire you for something to compose?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd have to think about it a little bit more before I could give you a definitive answer. But last night I was really impressed by the boldness. The boldness. It's very celebratory, music. The singers were singing, projecting very loud, very. So it's not shy music. It's very like, here we are, we're in Montenegro. I love it. It was great. It was very proud, very bold music. Well, first of all, my parents enrolled me in violin when I was 5 years old, so I didn't really have a choice. And I will say that I think it's important, if you want your children to learn music, and it's a good thing for children to learn music, I think it's very important that they start young, between the age of 2 and 6. And the reason for that is that learning music is like learning language. And as you know, because people here speak many languages, this happens easier when you're young. And so when you learn music, it's the same way. You're imitating, you're listening and imitating. So it's easier to do it when you're young. So you should start your children when they're young to learn music. And you should insist that they have some discipline, that they practice, 10, 15 minutes a day, whatever. Because later on it will give them confidence. It will give them confidence and intelligence and enable them to appreciate complexity in many ways and to appreciate beauty. Playing music gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of confidence. It gave me a sense of feeling unique or special or whatever growing up. And that helped me through various things in my life to have an anchor. An anchor to hold on to. And I think that the more life experiences I have, the more it allows me to celebrate and express that through my music.